Okay, students love a multiple choice and they hate an extended response question. But a lot of times as a teacher, I had to make the extended response questions mandatory, meaning if you didn't answer the extended response question, you didn't get any points for the multiple choice questions. This kept students from skipping the extended response questions. And I know why students are skipping those questions, because they're hard and you have to think and you have to go back to the text. And who wants to do that? When you're in middle school, nobody. If your student learns this easy tool, they're going to be able to answer open-ended response questions with a breeze. Now, I've already done several videos on this, and I'm probably going to do a million more because this is as easy as I can get. Now, in the link in my bio, I have a passage. So we can do this together. I created a passage with an open-ended response question that we are going to work through together. So this is going to be a long one, but I got to teach you so you can teach the kiddos. So what does RACE stand for? It is an acronym for what we want the kids to do when answering an open-ended response question. We want them to restate the question, answer the question, cite the text when they're answering and their answer. So go back in the text and cite something, and then we want to explain how it all goes together. Easy peasy. So hopefully you've found that text and you've read through it, and now we are going to go through the open-ended response question together and write a RACE paragraph. Okay? Give me a thumbs up, hit those things, and let's get into it. I often encourage the kids to read the open-ended response questions before they actually read the text. That way you can just start gathering ideas and focusing your reading while you're reading, like knowing what to look for. I know some reading teachers don't like for kids to do that because then they feel like they hunt for answers, but I do it myself and I encourage other students to do it. So the question is, why do you think lions are called the king of the jungle? And what qualities make them strong leaders in the animal kingdom? Use details from the passage to support your answer. So basically, while we're reading, now we need to read everything. We're not going to just hunt for the answers, but we want to look for things that would make the lion the king of the jungle. And we also want to look for qualities that make lions good leaders in the animal kingdom. So that way, as we're reading, we might want to highlight those, underline them, circle, so it'll be easy for us to go back when it's time to answer. So we have read the passage all the way through. We pre-read the question. We've read the passage all the way through, and now it's time to start building that constructed response answer. We're going to start with the R, which stands for restate, where the student just restates the question and kind of answers it too. Lions are called the king of the jungle because of their strength, leadership, teamwork, which make them powerful leaders of the animal kingdom. So that statement would work for R and A because it restated and answered, but just to get extra bonus points, I have a different one for A. Lions are seen as strong leaders because they protect their pride, work together to survive, and show courage when facing danger. So as you can see, those two statements together restate the question as well as answer why lions should be the king of the jungle or the animal kingdom and what qualities that they have that show that. Now we're going to move on to C, which is to cite the source. And that means that the student needs to go back into the text and refer to the actual words of the text. They can do this in a direct quote. They can have a transition word like or a citation cue, like in paragraph 2 it states. So all they're going to do is go back into the text where we highlighted as they read and they found clues and use that information. The passage explains that female lions are skilled hunters and often hunt in groups. and that male lions protect the pride's territory and keep other predators away. It also states that lions stand together and defend their home when danger approaches. Any one of those examples would have been enough and sufficient to get full points, but I just wanted to show you how you could include several examples. But even if the student would have just said one, unless the question says give 2 or 3 or several examples that would indicate that it needed to be more than one, in that case, one is just fine. So we're going to wrap up the extended response with explain. This is where they pull it all together and kind of have to use their own inferencing skills to bring it all home. These details show that lions work as a team and take responsibility for protecting their group. Their strength, bravery, and leadership help keep the pride safe and successful. Because of these qualities, people view lions as powerful and noble animals, which is why they are called the king of the jungle. And there you have it, a constructive response question. So race, restate, answer, cite, and explain. And if your student pre-reads the question, marks the text as they go, it should be super duper easy for them to get the hang of doing this. And then that way, open-ended extended response questions will not be intimidating to them.